Enkutatash, a public holiday in coincidence of New Year in Ethiopia and Eritrea. It occurs on Mescharim 1 on the Ethiopian calendar, which is September 11th, or, during a leap year, September 12th, according to the Gregorian calendar. According to Ethiopian tradition, on September 11th Queen of Sheba, Makeda in Ethiopian, returned to Ethiopia from her visit to King Solomon in Jerusalem. Her followers celebrated her return by giving her jewels. Hence Enkutatash means the gift of jewels. This holiday is based on the Ethiopian calendar. It is the Ethiopian New Year. Large celebrations are held around the country, notably at the Ragal Church on Mount Entito. According to Inculture Parent, after attending church in the morning, families gather to share a traditional meal of injera, flatbread, and wad, sauce. Later in the day, young girls donning new clothes gather daisies and present friends with a bouquet, singing New Year's songs. According to the Ethiopian Tourism Commission, Enkutatash is not exclusively a religious holiday. Modern Enkutatash is also the season for exchanging formal New Year greetings and cards among the urban sophisticated, in lieu of the traditional bouquet of flowers. The Ethiopian counting of years begins in the year 8 of the Common Era. This is because the Common Era follows the calculations of Dionysius, a 6th century monk, while the non-Chalcedonian countries continued to use the calculations of Annianus, a 5th century monk, which had placed the Annunciation of Christ exactly 8 years later. For this reason, on Enkutatash in the year 2016 of the Gregorian calendar, for example, it became 2009 in the Ethiopian calendar. Ethiopia is ringing in the new year 2018 by the country's unique calendar, which lags 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar used in much of the world. Known as Enkutatash, this vibrant celebration is a time for renewal, unity, and festivity, and it is observed across the nation with music, feasts, and cultural rituals. Unlike many New Year celebrations around the globe, Enkutatash is not tied strictly to the church. It is a nationwide event, embraced by people of all backgrounds, offering a moment for families, friends, and communities to come together. Addis Ababa, the capital, transforms into a bustling hub of activity as vendors and residents prepare for the festivities. In the days leading up to the New Year, markets across Addis Ababa, including the popular Addis Gabea, are alive with shoppers and vendors. Despite rain, crowds throng the streets, stocking up for the celebrations. Vendors arrive from rural areas with a wide variety of goods from Addis Ababa, a local plant used in traditional ceremonies, to freshly cut grass and flowers, both integral to Ethiopian coffee rituals. Coffee holds a special place in Ethiopian culture. Widely considered the birthplace of coffee, Ethiopia celebrates the beverage through elaborate ceremonies. At these events, coffee beans are roasted over open fires, ground by hand, and brewed in clay pots. The use of grass and flowers during the ceremonies adds a festive and fragrant atmosphere, linking the modern celebration of the New Year to deep-rooted cultural traditions. Food plays a central role in Enkutatash. Families prepare elaborate meals that reflect both the season and their resources. For those celebrating on a budget, chicken is the mainstay, used to cook the traditional spicy stew doro wad, served with injera, Ethiopia's signature fermented flatbread. Tamarat Dejin, a 19-year-old from the small town of Shancho, traveled 40 kilometers north of Addis Ababa to sell his chickens. "I'm doing a roaring trade," he told the BBC, with hens selling between $2,000 and $3,000 bare, $14 to $20. For wealthier households, mutton and sheep often take center stage. Sheep, festively decorated with ribbons, sell for $15,000 to $22,000 bare, $105 to $155, while some families even purchase oxen for grand feasts, costing as much as $300,000 bare, $2,000. Regardless of budget, the Enkutatash meal is a communal affair, shared with family and friends at lunch, dinner, or both. As evening falls on New Year's Eve, the focus shifts from kitchens to entertainment. Residents head to concerts and live music venues to welcome the new year with song and celebration. Hotels and lounges across Addis Ababa host bands that play into the night, with sparklers and fireworks marking the moment when the clock strikes midnight. On New Year's Day itself, the city awakens to the sound of Abebeahash, a traditional song performed by young girls who go door to door in many neighborhoods. The song, deeply rooted in Ethiopian culture, embodies the spirit of renewal, hope, and community. Later in the day, Orthodox Christians attend church services, further linking the celebrations to spiritual reflection. Vendors set up stalls near churches selling ceremonial umbrellas and other ritual items, blending tradition with festivity. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Ethiopian New Year is the calendar itself. Ethiopia operates on a system that differs from the Western Gregorian calendar. When locals speak in Amharic or other native languages, the year is 2018, while in English, people automatically refer to 2025. The calendar also has 13 months, with the first 12 months containing 30 days each and the 13th month, Pagum, consisting of 5 days or 6 in a leap year. Enkutatash also coincides with the end of the rainy season and the arrival of spring, making it a time of optimism, new beginnings, and a connection to the cycles of nature. The celebrations mark not only a temporal milestone but also a symbolic transition from hardship to hope. Enkutatash carried an extra layer of significance. Celebrations occurred against the backdrop of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, formally launched earlier this week. Constructed on a tributary of the Nile, the dam represents a major national achievement and has inspired a sense of unity and pride across the country. As Ethiopians welcome 2018, many reflected on their shared progress and the possibilities ahead, intertwining cultural heritage with national aspirations. Enkutatash is more than just a new year, it is a celebration of life, community, and Ethiopian identity. Families gather, friends share meals, music fills the streets, and traditions that date back centuries are observed with joy and reverence. Whether it's roasting coffee beans, performing traditional songs, or dancing at concerts, Ethiopians embrace the new year with a spirit of renewal, optimism, and cultural pride. The combination of traditional rituals, modern entertainment, and communal feasting reflects a society that honors its past while looking forward to the future. The 2018 celebrations demonstrate how Ethiopia's unique calendar, culinary traditions, music, and social customs all converge to create a rich tapestry of national life. As Ethiopians welcome 2018, the new year offers more than a moment of celebration. It is a time for reflection, hope, and renewal. With spring arriving and the rainy season ending, communities across the country embrace the season of growth and new beginnings. The launch of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, adds a national sense of pride and unity, reinforcing the message that Ethiopia is moving forward both culturally and economically. Families, young people, and communities are likely to carry the optimism of Enkutatash throughout the year, strengthening social bonds and deepening appreciation for the country's rich traditions. Looking ahead, the holiday continues to serve as a reminder of Ethiopia's resilience, its vibrant cultural heritage, and the enduring joy of gathering together to celebrate life, hope, and shared achievement. Enkutatash, Ethiopia's New Year, is a celebration that beautifully blends tradition, community, and optimism. From bustling markets in Addis Ababa to intimate family feasts, music-filled streets, and time-honored coffee ceremonies, the holiday reflects the nation's rich cultural heritage and enduring sense of togetherness. This year's celebrations carried an added significance with the launch of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, symbolizing national progress and unity. As Ethiopians usher in 2018, the festival serves as a reminder of resilience, renewal, and hope for the future, celebrating both personal and collective achievements while looking forward to a year filled with opportunity and shared prosperity. Ethiopia's Enkutatash is a vivid reminder of the country's vibrant culture, historical depth, and communal values. From bustling markets in Addis Ababa to intimate family feasts, the holiday embodies unity, celebration, and the optimism of a new beginning. With its unique calendar, 13-month structure, and deep connection to nature and tradition, the Ethiopian New Year remains a celebration unlike any other, combining heritage, festivity, and hope in equal measure. This year, the celebrations were even more meaningful as Ethiopians reflected on both personal and national achievements, from family gatherings to the launch of the Gird, ushering in 2018 with joy, pride, and a renewed sense of possibility. Ethiopia welcomes its New Year 2018 with vibrant Enkutatash celebrations, featuring traditional coffee ceremonies, festive markets, music, and national pride following the launch of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. As the world marks 2025, Ethiopia celebrates the dawn of 2018 today. This is Enkutatash, the nation's unique New Year festival. Discover why the country follows a 13-month calendar and how this ancient celebration of renewal is marked with bright yellow flowers, symbolic bonfires, and rich family traditions. On September 11, Ethiopia marks Enkutatash, the start of the new year in the Ethiopian calendar. This year, the country enters 2018 according to its calendar system. As a neighboring East African nation, Kenya shares historical trade routes and cultural exchanges with Ethiopia, making such traditions relevant to Kenyans interested in regional heritage. Ethiopian communities in Kenya, including in Nairobi, hold Enkutatash celebrations, fostering cross-border connections. Enkutatash, meaning gift of jewels in Amharic, serves as the Ethiopian New Year and a public holiday in Ethiopia and Eritrea. It falls on Meskerem 1 in the Ethiopian calendar, which corresponds to September 11 in the Gregorian calendar, or September 12 in Ethiopian leap years. The Ethiopian calendar, based on the ancient Coptic system, runs 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian due to differing calculations of the Annunciation of Jesus' birth. It features 13 months, 12 with 30 days each, and a 13th month, Pagium, with 5 or 6 days. The name Enkutatash originates from the legend of the Queen of Sheba's return from Jerusalem after visiting King Solomon around 980 BC. Chiefs welcomed her with jewels, or enku, symbolizing renewal. The holiday also coincides with the end of Ethiopia's rainy season, when yellow mescal daisies bloom across the landscape, representing hope and fresh starts. Rooted in Ethiopian Orthodox Church traditions, it emphasizes themes of gratitude, unity, and spiritual reflection. Enkutatash begins with church services in the Ethiopian Orthodox tradition, where attendees wear white clothing and participate in prayers. Families and communities gather for singing, dancing, and exchanging greetings of Melkam Addis Amit, meaning Happy New Year. Young girls, dressed in traditional embroidered outfits, go door to door singing songs and presenting bouquets of mescal daisies in return for small gifts or money. Boys often paint or draw pictures to share. In the evening, groups light bonfires, known as chibo, using torches from tree branches, to symbolize the burning away of the old year. Celebrations extend to Ethiopian diaspora communities, including in Kenya, where events highlight shared East African cultural elements like communal gatherings. Not all groups, such as Kenyan Oromus, observe it identically, as it ties closely to Orthodox practices. Preparations start the evening before with purchasing a chicken or sheep for slaughter the next morning, a custom symbolizing abundance based on household means. The main meal features doro wat, a spicy chicken stew with Berberi spice, onions, and butter, served atop injera, a sourdough flatbread made from teff flour. Other dishes include kitfo, minced raw beef seasoned with spices and clarified butter, and vegetable stews for variety. Meals are communal, eaten by hand from a shared plate. Beverages include tej, a honey wine, and tella, a home-brewed beer. The day often concludes with a coffee ceremony, where freshly roasted beans are ground, brewed, and served in 3 rounds, accompanied by popcorn or bread, lasting several hours to encourage conversation. Thank you for watching this video.